Eric Hammer here, registered physiotherapist and owner of Home Comfort Physiotherapy. And today I'd like to talk about a few tips that patients may use with the snow conditions and winter and having to shovel snow. But before I continue, please hit that subscribe button below so you'll be notified about any new videos that I have here on my channel. So again, I wanted to discuss a little bit about, this time of year in Canada, right, where there's snow and people are having to be more physically active simply to get rid of the snow. And I can really, empathize with the challenges that some patients can have, especially if they're dealing with a physical condition, if they've had some issues in the past, whether that is knee or back pain, and some of the concerns, right, that patients might have when having to shovel snow, and perhaps a few tips that might be helpful in order to prevent, right, injuries or recurrence of different pains as a result of having to shovel snow. So the first recommendation, right, would be to do just some slight, very gentle stretching prior to doing the actual shoveling. So for a lot of patients, right, if we haven't been active during the day and then we're going out and we're, doing some quite physical, activity, depending on how heavy as well the snow is, some very light, gentle stretching can really be helpful. Another thing that can be really useful is to think about pushing the snow, right, with the shovel as opposed to heavy lifting, right? So perhaps setting up the shovel in such a way where you can use your legs to push, right, while we're engaging our abdominal muscles. We're basically using our lower body in order to push the snow to the corners of the driveway, as opposed to, lifting each time, which is going to put more stress in through the back and the discs of the lower back area. Another thing to do is taking lots of breaks, right? So with shoveling, we're going to be in this flexed position for long periods of time. And typically, especially with the back, for example, the back doesn't like these sustained positions in one position, right? So a good rule of thumb is simply to try to bias the opposite position and taking breaks, right, from that prolonged flexed position, right? So again, if we're down like this for a long period of time, perhaps we have a period of time where, hey, I'm going to open up, do the opposite, right? Extend through. I might even do some gentle kind of extensions through my mid back in order to bias, right, that opposite position. So again, lots of breaks, biasing the opposite position. And the other consideration may be just to break up the activity. So again, perhaps you're going to do half the driveway, take maybe a half an hour break, and then you're going to do the other half. So again, all sorts of ways to save things like your back, legs, etc., by breaking up the tasks. So again, I just wanted to give a few tips. I know this time of year, and again, I can certainly empathize and appreciate that for individuals, it can be somewhat a scary time of year, right, when it comes to this idea about whether it's lower back pain or their knees, and having to do this activity of shoveling the snow, getting the snow out of the way, but at the same time, the concerns around injury. So just wanted to give a few tips and suggestions with regards to shoveling snow. Please check as well with a physiotherapist, right, to make sure that this or any other of my videos are appropriate for you. And if you or somebody you know requires in-home physiotherapy treatment, they may be struggling and are not able, right, to get to a clinic and really wants the convenience and the dedication from a physiotherapist with 15 plus years experience, feel free to reach out. My contact details are below. Thanks again for watching and have a great day. Take care.